Welcome to the night drive with the 2025 BMW 550e. It's their plug-in hybrid, but it's set up very similarly to the 530 and pretty close to the i5, both variants, the low output and the high output. So trying something new. It's the first night drive on the Modern Motoring channel. So as you can see, it's BMW's new modern setup. So you have the ambient lights going along the door panels, running around the dash, and wrapping up on my side. Yes, you can change the colors, but it's not the 64 ambient light colors. It's pre-loaded colors. So everything's alphabetical as far as what we have here. So let's go to the interior lights, and then we'll go to ambience, whatever, and then you go to color. And as you can see, it's just preset colors as opposed to, again, the typical 64 colors that a lot of the other manufacturers have. So that's a yellow, and as a contrast, let's go to azure. And if a lighter blue will give you a 1, maybe 2 more. So let's go to flamingo. Come on, let's go flamingo. I'll get the background light jacked all the way up. And we'll go 1 more, which will be, I don't know, let's say papaya. And we'll keep it there. So everything's pretty easy to see. There are no physical hard touch buttons for the HVAC, and the easy stuff is here where you can change the intensity of the temperature, and you can activate your cooled seat if you spec it like that, heated seat and heated steering wheel, 3 stages for each to put everything off. But you have to press this little fan icon and then up and down to get to your fan intensity, and then tap the screen as to where you want the air to go, and your eyes are off the road a little more than they would be had there been physical hard touch buttons. And it's not a BMW thing, it's a nearly all luxury manufacturer thing. So let's get out of that, go back to Apple CarPlay, which takes up the entire screen. I absolutely love it. There's a good look at the entire map. Pretty easy to operate. And if you don't want to use your fingertips on the screen, there is the iDrive controller. So let's go back to the split screen, and then you just pull the dial down, and that gets you to your bottom menu. Hopefully this shows up on the screen, or on camera, sorry. Let's go to the overall tile menu, and you push that, that's how you get there. So you don't just spin and spin and spin into oblivion. If you want to get to this bottom bar here, either touch it by hand or bring that dial down. Let's go to the instrument cluster. Pretty easy to read. You can set it up a couple of different ways. I'm not sure how much will show up on camera. This is my preferred layout, where the speedometer is big and right in the middle. But if you want to go and have it on the far left side and get your consumption in the middle, you can do that. You can go for the assisted view. You can go for the augmented reality view, which is a little weird because it kind of pulls your eyes both ways, both up above the steering wheel and then below through the hole, because, well, you're seeing what you see there. And I think that's meant for lower speeds. A lot of the controls, again, are based through the screen, so you got to go in here to change the intensity of the actual interior lights overall. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find the next street, and I'm going to turn into it and give you a quick look at the backup camera and what it looks like at night. It's pretty high res, as it should be for a luxury manufacturer. There's a street right here. Let's quickly jump in here. Okay, and let's just pull the vehicle to a stop. So here's what the backup camera looks like. Let me get that fan brought down a bit. It's a little on the loud side. Let me go down to 1. Back to Apple CarPlay. Let me get out of that. Let me go back to reverse, get that camera back in. So that's your main view. And let's go here, and one of the cameras on the side, and you have the 3D view, which is pretty nice. And then you go to the hood as well. So not too bad. I can pretty much see fairly well here. Let's go to more, and we have the camera cleaning. So let's do that. Let's go front and rear. So it gives it 2 little bursts of washer fluid. So now you can see it's a lot clearer, both from the backup camera and the forward camera as well. So pretty good. Let's go to panorama view. So yeah, pretty good. Let's get into drive and get out of that and get wrapped up here. Let me just get turned around. Thank you, friendly neighbor who I don't know, for letting me use your driveway to get turned around. And again, nice wide view with the backup camera. And it's pretty well lit. Now, I'm not sure how well this is going to show. Nobody's in front of me. These are my regular low beams. These are the high beams. High beams. This is kind of related to the night drive, so just bear with me. This is a flat bottom steering wheel, and if you're not used to it, or if it's your first vehicle with it, maybe, a couple of drives with it and you'll totally pick up the muscle memory side of it. What I have seen in some of the newer vehicles that have these long screens, the 2-piece, 1-panel ones, is the top of the steering wheel gets a little squared off, but you still keep part of the round shape. Anyway, the whole point of that is so that you can see more of the instrument cluster through the top of the steering wheel. The way BMW has set it up here is that I have no problem in seeing absolutely everything, and because it's a BMW in the higher end, actually the highest end of a non-EV 5 Series, you do get the power tilt and telescopic. So I'm not sure how much will show through the camera, but now the steering wheel is at its highest point, so you can really see a lot through it. That's an uncomfortable spot for me, so I'm just going to bring it down to where it usually is. That's going to wrap it up for the first night drive on the Modern Motoring channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Always happy to engage in respectful conversation. Let me know if you want to see more, if you want to see something different in the night drives going forward. And yeah, so thank you so much. I appreciate you. Feel free to join our social media platforms. We are on all the major ones. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.